Yeah, Buzz YouTube, aka what's up, YouTube. Yes, first of all, this is a draft analysis. The reason why I'm dressed like this is because I am currently at work and I overlooked the fact that these have to go up today on Saturday, and I got to play my week 1 game after work. So I don't know where I put my badge because I took it off, so you guys didn't know where I found it. Anyways, yeah, hi, my name is Leo. This is a draft. Welcome if you guys are excited. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment. I'm walking just back in the hospital room where it's empty right now. I have some downtime, so I figured I'm trying to do this now. And then I downloaded a quick little video editor. So I apologize if this is not the best, but hey, we're trying to be prompt, and I promised the admins for BBR that I would upload everything on time. So yeah, if you guys are excited, leave a like. Let me know what you think about our draft. This might be a little wonky. So yeah, we ended up getting pick number 6 out of 16, which 16 coaches in the draft already. That's a lot, first of all. So there's going to be scarcer picks or scarcer mons that might be picked. On top of that, Terra is banned. So no Terra captains, no Terra nothing, lower tier, mid tier, nothing. No Terra whatsoever, which is cool. It's interesting. I wonder how this season will go. I've not done a non-Terra league. I don't know where this door goes to, actually, so I'm not going to go in there. But yeah, we were picked 6 out of 16, and all the mons I wanted, like the 5 mons I wanted, all got picked. I figured one of them would fall to me. Unfortunately, it was not the case because certain good mons were banned, like Dragapult, Dio Speed, and Spectrier. So for our first pick, I ended up getting a mon I've never used before, a really cool mon that I think we will enjoy seeing in action this season. I know my front office was definitely like, this is a mon you'll really like, we feel. So yeah, thanks to the front office homies. I'll put them in the description. So we ended up going with Terapagos as our round 1 pick. Now this kind of gives me memories of Great Tusk, where it's a great hazard control. It can be a good sweeper, and it can be a good team support. So for our first round pick, I thought this was pretty good. There was maybe like 1 or 2 other mons backed up after that I was kind of debating, but I figured Terapagos is pretty cool. New mon, awesome mon. So our next pick, I really was not sure what I wanted to get here. Most of the good stuff had gone by the time it got back to us, just because, again, with the massive draft pool, things go a little faster. But we ended up getting Roaring Moon, which I swear there's like nobody ever back here. But yeah, we got Roaring Moon, round 2 pick, with no random Terry Fairies or random Terra steals. It makes sense that a Roaring Moon would be a lot better in this type of format, and probably just dragons in general. So for our 3rd round pick, we got another mon that was very similar to one of our mons in our SPL run, and that is Ogerpon, but instead of Hearthflame this time, we ended up going with Wellspring, Ogerpon-wellspring, which I'm not gonna lie, I did debate getting Hearthflame again, just because it was a little cheaper and still just really good in general. But Wellspring was pretty cool because I never got to use it, and it looked like a fun mon. So it also hits very hard, good speed, and it doesn't get to hold an item either, but it still does good damage and great support moves as well. So for our next pick at 4, I'm trying to go off memory here. I really wanted like a fairy at this point. All the fairies were going, and literally like the pick right before me, the main fairy I wanted, ended up getting picked, but it's fine. We got something a little bit cheaper, maybe not as good, but still supports the team really well, and that is going to be Hatterene. Now, yeah, Hatterene is an interesting Pokemon. I've heard a lot of appreciation for it in this gen, which is great. Also, it's magic bounce to help out a Terapagos with hazard control, which is amazing. So that gives us a great Trick Room on, Healing Wish, as well as Magic Bounce, and a very just annoying mon to try and take down. So for our 5th round pick, I realized I need a steal. All the steals, more or less the high pointed steals that I was eyeing, were going. And most of the lower tier steals really didn't seem that great. So one of the front office homies was really vouching for Cobalion. Now, I love Cobalion. It's probably one of my favorites of the legendary Musketeers. So it's really cool. It unfortunately did lose Rock Polish, which is not the biggest issue. It did get iron defense and body press though, which is pretty cool. Still has momentum, gives us a really good stealth rocker. Now obviously fairies are looking a little problematic, so we are going to try and touch that up with one of our picks later. So for pick number 6, this was a mon I really was not eyeing initially, and I was like, all right, I guess we'll get it just because it's really good value. And the more I thought about it, I was like, this actually adds some pretty good support to our squad. And for pick 6, I'm like 95% sure anyways, is going to be IamWombo, which was 6 points, which was very, very cheap actually. I think Aloe is normally like 8 or more maybe, but for 6 points, it's a steal and just gives us a lot of support with Wish. A second healing Wishmon, a bulky water, because Wellspring being part grass and being more offensive doesn't really want to take resisted hits or fire moves. Sorry, I don't know. I'm trying to get this done, guys. I apologize, and I'm just walking around. It has been a busy day. So yeah, we got Aloe gets flip turn now, which is cool. We're not taunt bait, because before I did have baton pass, but now it's got flip turn, so that's cool. So now we get to choose between the two. And yeah, Aloe is just a fat, nice supportive mon. Awesome. Speaking of another fat supportive mon, that is going to be our fairy resist and our ground type, which is going to be Clodsire. You guys have no idea how badly I miss Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I miss them dearly. But we got Clodsire, which is cool. It's a big fat blob. I think it was like 10 points, which was not bad. It checked off a lot of things that I was looking for. Grounded poison, ground type, fairy resist, hazards, which is huge because we got some really good spikers and now we got another really good rocker. So I'm excited for that Clodsire. Somebody was definitely vouching for in my front office. I want to say Wombo was vouching for that. And maybe TJ or Sky was vouching for Cabalion. I apologize, guys. But yeah, they were definitely advocating for those mons. And I never used Clodsire, and it was just a lot of roll compression into one mon, which I thought was pretty nice. So we got Clodsire for that pick. Next off, what did I get next? Next pick, it's either this mon or the mon after. So if the slide shows the next pick, it's because I got this order wrong. And again, the video editor I downloaded is not the greatest. So we ended up going with Thundurus. I want to say Thundurus. Now, I initially wanted a different high tier Pokemon. Like if you ask my front office, I was really vouching for this mon, but honestly it was kind of a good thing in disguise that what I initially wanted got picked. So we ended up going with this mon, which is going to be Thundurus Therian. And now personally I am not the biggest Thundurus fan, but it does hit really hard, gives us a good momentum on revenge killer. We have I would say solid hazard control for Gen 9 standards. So hopefully we don't have to run boots every single week. That would be really great actually. But our next pick after Thundurus is going to be Sinistcha. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sinistcha. The grass and ghost mon that okay, I think a doctor just walked by. Sorry. But yeah, this next pick was the mon that was either already shown or was in this proper order, and that is 7 point Sinistcha. The front office homies were pulling for it very early on, just because at 7 points, I think it was undervalued. Like I'm guessing it's like 9 points or something. I'm not sure, but it actually adds some pretty good support to the squad with heat proof paired up with Cabalion. That's pretty cool. It has some cool setup with Calm Mind. It gets Strength Sap. Matcha Gotcha's broken. It gets Scald too, which is always fun, along with IamWombo if we want to double Scald, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very interesting Pokemon. I've seen it do some pretty cool things, so hopefully we get it to do some work for us here. And then for our final two picks, I was down to, I believe, 5 points at this moment in the draft, and there was really nothing in the 5 points I honestly wanted. So I decided to go with 4 point Pyroar. I love Pyroar. I feel like for 4 points, it's really good value. It's got nice speed, good stabs, hits decently hard, and can also be a Scarfer along with our Thundurus, which would also like to not need to always run something like heavy duty boots. For our final pick, we got a 1 point mon. It's just a 1 point mon, and that is Hisuian Sliggoo, mainly just because they had a lot of Spadef and could potentially set up. So I figured that's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm gonna trim this down, hopefully get it uploaded by today, and let me know what you guys think about our squad. I'm gonna go see, make sure no surgeries have ended. So I will catch on next week with week number 1 against John Jr., aka JJ, and it's Portland Gengar. So see you guys next week for our week 1 battle of BBR season 8. No Terra, so no Terra captains. All right, keep that in mind. So with that being said, I'll see you guys later. So later, bye.